environment up next to the spacecraft, and as you suspect, it's white, hence the white room.
Makes sense. Now, how does the mobile launcher support the SLS rocket?
The mobile launcher provides fuel and power to the SLS and the Orion. It's actually the stacking platform for the rocket. So there's a platform next to this 380-foot tower that the rocket is actually built next to, and then the umbilical arms attached to it to provide that fuel and power.
Wow. And so does the mobile launcher actually go all the way to the launch pad with the rocket?
It does, and the crawler transporter comes in, picks up the mobile launcher with the rocket, roughly 17 million pounds, transports that entire thing out to the pad in preparation for the launch.
Wow. Oh, that is very impressive.
It is, and I hope everyone here today has a great time at Kennedy Space Center, enjoy all the great exhibits, and come back soon.
Now, also on the right-hand side is 4-story white building with the black windows. That's the Launch Control Center, also known as LCC. So the Space Shuttle program, they would have 200 engineers. Here at the Kennedy Space Center is Launch Control, and in Houston is Mission Control. The two control rooms on each end are the ones they mostly use, number 1 and number 4. Now coming up ahead in front of us, that body of water, they used to receive a barge there when the shuttle was active with the orange external tank from Louisiana. That is where it was manufactured. And this crawlerway, folks, is actually 8 lanes of traffic wide way up ahead, but only 1 lane for the crawler transporter. From the vehicle assembly building to launch pad 39A is 3.5 miles. And to launch pad 39B is 4.2 miles. That rock you see is river rock. A few years ago, they laid down 30,000 tons of that rock to bring it back to its elevation of 8 to 12 inches. The foundation itself is 7 feet deep, filled with 4 different types of fillers. The river rock is used because it does not spark. It's a great cushion for the crawler transporter.
Coastline, proudly known as the Space Coast, is the epicenter of the aerospace industry, employing over 100,000 people in Florida. What was once a rural farming community just 60 years ago is now a multi-user spaceport shared by the United States government and private industry. You'll get to see that private industry at work throughout the tour.
So why did NASA choose this section of the Florida coastline to base its launch facility? It's not just because astronauts like the beach. The warmer weather provides opportunities for launches to occur year-round. Most importantly, the safest place to launch a rocket is over the ocean, away from populated areas. There is actually a scientific purpose for launching from here, because we get a speed boost from the Earth's rotation. Imagine yourself riding a carousel. The further you are from the center, the faster you're traveling around the circle. Florida is closer to the Earth's equator. So launching from Florida is like riding closer to the outer edge of the carousel. We harness the extra speed from Earth spinning on its axis to help slingshot rockets into space. When NASA was created, the land previously occupied by the United States Army, Navy, and Air Force became the Launch Operations Center, or LOC, and was put under NASA's supervision. In 1963, President Lyndon B. Johnson called for the renaming of the LOC to honor the late President John F. Kennedy, who had challenged the nation to landing a man on the moon. To this day, it is still referred to as the John F. Kennedy Space Center, or KFC.
Up ahead on the right-hand side, across the waters, is the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. There's 4 launch pads there. They're all active. Catty corner towards the right, you're going to see 4 lighting mast towers. That's launch pad 40, where SpaceX launched their Falcon 9 rockets. In front of us, between the 2 lampposts, is launch pad 41, where United Launch Alliance launches Atlas V rockets. A little towards the right, you're going to see a tall rectangular structure with the American flag way above. That's launch pad 37, where also United Launch Alliance launches heavy guns and rockets. You'll have a much better view when I go inside this area up ahead. Now, this area right here is called the observation gantry. It is used as a launch viewing site. It's a 2.5-mile view to the launch pad. Now, we only bring guests here if a launch is going to occur from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. For Tuesday's launch, no one can be in this area. It is just too dangerous. Being that a launch pad is so close, launch pad 39A. On the left-hand side, you're going to see 3 lighting mast towers. That's launch pad 39B, going to be used for deep space exploration with the Space Launch System and the Orion capsule. Coming up to my right is launch pad 39A, leased to SpaceX, a 20-year contract with NASA. And you can see the Heavy Falcon in a horizontal position, folks. There you have launch pad 39A. You can hardly see it right now. They probably moved it, but it is there. Let me try to move up a little bit more. I believe when you get to Saturn V, you have a better view. When you go out to the restaurant area, to the seating area, you can have a better view of this part of the rocket. Now, for this launch pad right here, last year SpaceX launched a Heavy Falcon, and Elon Musk, as a payload, he launched his Tesla vehicle Roadster into space. Also from here, they launched several Falcon 9s every now and then. And about 2 months ago, SpaceX launched the Crew Dragon capsule. That's the capsule that's going to be launching astronauts back to the International Space Station, hopefully by this year, August.
Take a look at the 4-story building with the slanted windows as we drive through this area. This is the Launch Control Center, where launch directors and their teams oversee every NASA rocket that lifts off from KSC and give the final go or no-go. I'm inside the LCC with Charlie Blackwell Thompson, the first female launch director. Charlie, can you tell us, what does a launch director do?
Well, the launch director's job, I think, is a pretty special job on launch day. And it's really to look at how the team is proceeding through launch countdown. Is there things that we should be doing that we're not? Are we on schedule? Are there steps that we need to be taking? It's really to kind of stand back and take that big picture look at launch. The folks that are on the floor, the team of engineers that are in the firing, they have a very tough job on launch day, and that's to evaluate the ground and the flight systems and ensure that they're ready for T0 or liftoff.
And what does it mean to you to be the launch director of this very important mission, EM1?
Well, it's very special. To be part of an inaugural launch team is something amazing, really, and to be part of bringing a new capability to America's space program with the SLS rocket is pretty incredible.
And what is your role leading up to that